You guys already know we are talking about Satan wanting a child. Also, last video was about reflection, Job not being a know-it-all, all right, and being able to admit that so we can receive God's wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. In one of the captions, I believe it was Satan Wants a Child, I spoke to how even the fallen angels, because it really boiled down to Satan wanted a mother and child, meaning or a wife and child, how we know that the fallen angels came and had relations with the women and had children. This was Satan's agenda, right? Like him thinking that he was successful with his plan. Now, he had received what God had, even if it wasn't exactly what God had, right? Stealing the inheritance. Yah also had me in Micah chapter 5 today, which is the ruler of Israel, and also chapter 6, which is a controversy with Israel. And I found it interesting, but now I'm receiving revelation and also understanding what God was saying. And in my last video, I repented for wanting to be a know-it-all, to have all the information, right? Which again is that inquisitive, childlike mind. One of the things about even before the angels had fallen, even Satan, okay, was they thought they knew it all. And we know this based off of the book of Eli. All right, they came down and told man, all these mysteries of God. And even then it was said to them like, but you didn't know everything. God only revealed to you, some mysteries, but you do not know everything. So it was, the mysteries that they were sharing were about witchcraft. It was about crystals and herbs and tarot and, iron, I can never say that word. How to make metal, guns, weapons, right? All of that. And this was them sharing their knowledge, thinking that they knew it all. But again, Yah was like, but you didn't know it all. There are things that you had not seen. You were only in the heavens, not the heaven of heavens, or the heaven of heavens, right? Like there are multiple heavens. So in chapter 5 of Micah 5:12, which is victory by God's power, Yah says, and I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so I will destroy thy cities, and I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. This vengeance is against those fallen angels who have taught all this waywardness, all this wickedness, all this witchcraft. Now, witchcraft, there are different levels to witchcraft, or different, analogies and facets of witchcraft. One is control and manipulation. Another is spell work, magic work, right? Tarot. You can even see, diviners. I'm trying to think of what else. Like, there are different levels to witchcraft. And so the thing about witchcraft is that they've taken something that was intended to be pure and manipulated it to control it, or to control the outcome to a thing. And anytime that we are in control, that is also witchcraft. It's wanting to know it all. It's wanting to know the expected end. And that is manipulation and control, witchcraft. Another thing is idols can be fear. Fear can be an idol. Anything that you worship is an idol. So if you worship worry, that is an idol. If you worship fear, that is an idol. So God is saying, I'm going to cut down all your idols, all your graven images, right? These are graven images, are those concepts that we have in our mind, visions that we have in our mind. And also when he speaks about the strongholds, we know that strongholds are limited beliefs. Okay. Strong beliefs. Okay. That are holding you down. Okay. In chapter 6, he goes on to say, "For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants, and I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. O my people, remember now what Balak king of Moab consulted, and what Balaam the son of Beor answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may know the righteousness of the Lord." So if you haven't read the story about Balak and Balaam, how Balak tried to get Balaam to curse the children of Israel, and he was not able to curse what God had blessed. You understand that God is saying, like, do not fear anything and anyone who you think is speaking curse and perverse towards you, or trying to manipulate you, trying to control you, trying to do witchcraft towards you. You can't curse the blessed. What God has blessed is blessed. Balaam, in that case, was a witch. Okay, he was a psychic. Okay, not a prophet, but also a prophet, because this is the thing about those psychics. Psychics have the gift of prophecy, but they use their gifts for wickedness. So understand that. So just to further prove that point, that, like, for one, we don't know it all. Satan didn't know it all. The fallen angels didn't know it all. Man does not know it all. Eve did not know it all, right? This is revelation. You don't have to know it all. Just giving you more. We hear about the book of Eli, which I actually have, and say the Apocrypha. And so many people get upset about the King James Version not having all the books of, Jasher, the book of Eli, so on and so forth, right? All the Apocrypha, having the missing books. And even that is, in a sense, a way that we want to know it all. But who are we receiving our wisdom from? It's like, are you seeking, or I'll say it in another way. For what reason do you want to know that? Like, why? What is your heart posture? Is it one of pride? Like I said earlier, I had a whole moment like, Lord, who is mother? Because it was just gnawing in my heart. But even that could be pride, because I just wanted to know, to understand the full context of the story, which again, God may tell me, but it's all in his divine time, not when I want to know. So that could be pride. That is pride. So it's not that you shouldn't seek out knowledge. It's, why do you want to know? What are you intending to do with that information? How does it help you? Or how does it serve God? How does it serve God's people? Is it just something that you want to know for status, rank, whatever? Like, why do you want to know that information? So just checking our heart posture, because again, it's okay that we do not know it all. Go check out the podcast, Pretty Lifted Trippy Episode. It's okay not to know it all. And check out the mantra while you're there, because for the month of March, the mantra was, who knows, God is creative, which again just goes back to, it's okay not to know it all. Allow miracles to abound. Allow it to happen. Because fact of the matter is, God wants to surprise you. That's what a miracle is. It's something that you did not know was possible. It's a surprise. Receive the surprise.